Peace be with you. Have you ever noticed how a single knock on a door can change everything? A knock can bring news of joy or news of sorrow. It can be a friend, a stranger, or a part of your own past you thought you had buried. Today, I want to tell you about a knock I heard many years ago and the stranger who was on the other side. It's a story about judgment, about compassion, and about the faces we choose to show the world. We speak often of mindfulness, of being present. But presence is not just about being aware of your own breath. It is about being aware of the person standing right in front of you. And sometimes the person who needs your awareness the most is the one you least expect. It was a cold, rainy evening here at the monastery. The kind of evening where you are grateful for a warm fire and a simple meal. The other monks had retired to their quarters. I was alone in the main hall tidying up when I heard it. A knock. Not a confident knock, but a hesitant one. A knock that seemed to apologize for the interruption. I opened the door. Standing there, soaked to the bone, was a man. He was ragged. His clothes were torn and dirty. He smelled of the road and of rain. He looked at me with eyes that were both tired and defiant, as if he was used to doors being slammed in his face. "I have nowhere to go," he said. His voice was rough, like he hadn't spoken in days. Now, in my mind, 1,000 thoughts arose. This man could be a thief. He could be dangerous. We have rules here, protocols for visitors. He did not look like a pilgrim seeking wisdom. He looked like a man who had lost his way in every sense of the word. Part of me, the protective, logical part, wanted to give him some food, point him towards the village and close the door. Have you ever felt that? That moment of hesitation when you judge a book by its cover? When you decide, based on appearance alone, who is worthy of your time and who is not. I felt it then, strongly. The rain continued to pour. He shivered. And then I remembered something my teacher told me long ago. He said, the person you ignore today might be the very teacher you need tomorrow. I stepped aside. "Come in," I said. He seemed surprised, as if he had prepared himself for rejection. I led him to the fire. I gave him dry clothes, a bowl of hot soup. He ate in silence, not looking at me. I sat across from him, also in silence. This is the practice. Not to fill the space with questions, but to simply be present with what is. Hours passed. The fire crackled. The wind howled outside. Finally he spoke. He told me his story. He was not a thief. He was a man who had lost his business, his family, his health. He had been walking for weeks, running from a life that had collapsed around him. He had come to the mountain not seeking a monastery, but seeking an end. He was so lost he didn't know how to go on. He stayed with us for 3 days. He didn't attend our prayers or listen to our teachings. He just sat by the fire or slept. He was healing in his own way. On the 3rd day he came to me. He was wearing the clean clothes we had given him. His face was different. The defiance was gone. In its place was a quiet peace. "Thank you," he said. "You didn't try to fix me. You just let me be here." I'd forgotten what that felt like, to be allowed to exist without being judged. And then he left, just as quietly as he had arrived. I never saw him again. I never learned his full name. But here is what I learned from that stranger at the door. We spend so much of our lives trying to be wise, trying to be good, trying to be helpful. We want to give advice, to solve problems, to fix people. But sometimes, the greatest gift you can give another human being is not your wisdom, it is your presence. It is the simple act of opening the door and saying without words, "You are allowed to be here. You are allowed to rest." That man taught me that every person who comes to your door, whether it is the door of your home or the door of your heart, carries a burden you cannot see. The ragged clothes, the angry words, the sad eyes, these are just the rain on the outside. The real storm is within. Mindfulness is not just for the quiet moments of meditation. It is for the moment you hear a knock. It is for the moment you feel judgment rising in your chest. It is the practice of pausing, of breathing, and of choosing compassion over caution. So, my friend, I leave you with this thought. The next time there is a stranger at your door, whether a literal door or a stranger you meet on the path of life, pause. Look past the rain, look past the appearance. See the tired soul standing there. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to fix their life. You just need to open the door, just a little, and let them know they are not alone. That is the practice, that is the path. And it begins the next time someone knocks.